Hello everybody, welcome back to today's video of reviewing children or adolescents literature. And for today's video, I think I'm gonna choose two different books, completely different books than what I've done. And so for the first book I think I'm gonna introduce, it's Captain Underpants. I got it half price. And this one is The Revolting Revenge of the Radioactive Robo-Boxers. If y'all aren't aware of Captain Underpants, there's a bunch of these books and a bunch of series, and I think this one is a 3-part series, but there's more series of other amounts of books. But a little summary of this one is just about two kids. Most of the books are about these two kids named George and Harold, and they're in school like a lot of our students are. And they might have encountered and might have done something that made somebody that has a very important power in a school become a little robot monster. And so they need to call some help, which Captain Underpants always comes to save the day. They call him and they got to figure out how to fight the important school guy, but not fight him enough to where they get in trouble. So they go on a little mission. It's a fun mission, and it's fun to go on with them because if y'all have never seen one of these books, this was my first time reading this book this semester with one of my tutoring students, and I never knew they looked like this. Like, they're a very different type of style. There's some books that are, there are some pages, that are just like in a comic style, that have images like that, and there's a lot in the beginning. I really enjoyed the beginning of these books. I think are very good for students as well because it kind of shows them, it gives them a preview of what happened before in case they don't remember. It tells them right here, oh, in case y'all missed what happened, let me let y'all know. And so one of the huge noticeable visual elements I can take away from this book is that there's a lot of typography. They use a lot of different fonts. You could even tell from right here how Captain Underpants is in bigger letters. I'm sorry that y'all can't see the whole world because of this sticker, but Captain Underpants is in a bigger font than the rest of the fonts are. And even here you can see like they have this exaggerated no. And on the comic pages there's a lot of typography that are just different. Like, you know that the author wants these words to stand out, and you know, like, the author knows that this word is important, this word means something, so let me make it a little bit different. Or if he wants to make it more exaggerated, like something big happens, and if he wants to explain the sound, he'll make the word bigger. Some other things you can find in here are like low modality images. You could tell just from right here that this author isn't going for something like super realistic, super high-tech. He's trying to keep it more low, more cartoonish, but that's what a lot of students at the younger age really like. I would categorize this into, I want to say children's literature because it is, because I don't really see a lot of younger adults ever picking this up. Maybe the highest I've probably seen maybe a 6th grader, but I don't think anything higher than that. But I think it's just because of the modality also brings it down because of how childish all the images look throughout the book. Okay, so for the second book I wanted to show y'all is just this. It's one of my, this brand right here, the company, the Magic School Bus, personally one of my favorites. I remember watching nothing but Magic School Bus videos in school when I was in elementary school. And so I just wanted to show y'all this book, and this considered children's literature, and you can tell that this has modality images as well. I'm sorry if I'm saying that word wrong, guys, but this one is a lot higher than this one. You could tell these people look a little more realistic, but not as realistic as something from like National Geographic would be. But this book, if y'all have never heard of like Magic School Bus, have never seen what they do, she's a teacher and she takes her students on many adventures in a bus, and they travel from her classroom to wherever they need to go. In this case, they are trying to find some penguins, and they're learning about the different kind of penguins and how some of them are extinct. So she, in this little book, is taking her students on an adventure to learn about the penguins. And I find this a really cool and fun book for children. Just not only does it cover penguins and a science topic, but it's covering different modality images, but it also has some gaze elements and some offer elements, like and there's not a lot of pictures in here, but the pictures that are, you can see the characters are just looking at each other, or if there's a picture of the teacher, if I can find it. Well, if there's a picture of the teacher's directly looking at you, so you know, like, all right, I need to focus on what she said. She's telling me to stay connected, and that's what those kind of pictures mean. And lastly, I just want to say that one thing I noticed about both of these books is that they both contain offer images and gaze images, and I think they both authors put them in there to keep the reader interested, keep the reader wanting to read more and wanting more. And so that's all I have for today. Thank y'all so much for joining me again. I'll see y'all guys next time with 2 different books with 2 different reviews. Thank y'all.